remember, I've been popping my collar, popping my collar, popping my collar. Ever since I can remember, I've been working these, and they better put my money in my hand. Ever since I can remember, I've been popping my collar, popping my collar, popping my collar. Ever since I can remember, I've been working these, and they better put my money.
Hello, and welcome to PioStream Recap. My name is Lucarella.
And my name is Cameo Hanford. At home. Well, except maybe the field goal tennis. That was actually kind of fun.
While the pilot episode was meant to entertain you, the purpose of PioStream Recap is also meant to bring you information about the Lewis and Clark athletic program in a new way. Do not worry, there will still be plenty of entertainment along the way.
Each episode will bring you various pieces of information, from interviews with coaches to student athletes, administrators, and other important figures in athletics.
Also included will be summaries of sports contests taking place between episodes and events throughout athletics and the Lewis and Clark campus. In this first episode, we will be covering a summary of the women's soccer and volleyball seasons, which have concluded, while also looking forward to the swimming season, which is well underway.
We have interviews for you with Coach Lori Jepson of the volleyball team, Jim Tercy of the soccer team, as well as some student athletes. We begin our summary of the women's volleyball. The Pioneers concluded the 2012 season with 2 wins and 14 losses for conference, and an overall 6 wins and 19 losses.
The team had 926 kills, 841 assists, 116 aces, 1,619 digs, and a total of 155 and a half blocks.
A half?
Yeah, I don't really know how that works either.
Alright then. For her efforts this year on the court with 225 kills, averaging 3.17 kills per game, 17 blocks, 157 digs, Kat Milan earned a spot on the Northwest Conference Honorable Mention list.
Speaking of Kat, I challenged her this week to a game of volleyball. Needless to say, she was too chicken to play me, so she agreed to play some table tennis instead. Afterwards, I asked her about the season and how she felt about the future of the program.
Kat Milan, and we're here to talk a little bit about the season. So, first of all, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself, what you're doing here at the college, what you're studying?
My name's Kat Milan, honestly. I'm playing volleyball this year, but I'm actually going to play softball this year as well.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. And I just declared myself as a math major, so I'm doing that.
Cool. Are you doing
It's a lot of
anything outside of math department? Like,
Yeah,
are you...
Capella, with the Merriweathers, probably like the only other sorority sister group besides our volleyball team.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about your season specifically? Like, we all know how the team did as a whole, but how do you feel your season?
Well, I mean, there were a lot of highlights, but it was still frustrating at the same time, obviously, because we didn't get where we wanted to, and that kind of makes you think about how you did individually. But I think overall it's just growing. It's all about growing for next year. Like, what can we do for the next season?
Yeah, you guys had a lot of injuries this year. Did that affect the team in like a really serious way, or team morale at all? Or?
I think that threw off the mentality quite a bit, at least in the beginning.
Yeah.
And was never really fully able to recover from it, which is too bad. But next year, I think we're gonna get better braces and things like that.
Better braces
Yeah.
for the knees?
Yeah, knees or ankles, whatever might happen. I don't know.
Nice. That's probably pretty key for success. Injury-free team. All right. Well, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself? Something interesting you've done in your past? I don't know. I know you're from Thailand. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. It's not exactly like Hangover 2.
Oh man, all my dreams are shattered.
Well, it's still fun. It's crazy. It's kind of crazy back there. But Thailand. Let's see. Every year something happens. Like I've missed school every year for some weird thing. Like one year there's a coup d'etat. And then there was floods, and someone found an alligator down the street. So there's always something interesting going on. That's kind of Bangkok. Yeah.
So is your family back there? Are your parents still over there?
Yeah, all my family's there. we lived overseas for 14 years, so it's kind of weird transition coming here.
Overseas, as in like you grew up in Thailand and other
Yeah.
countries?
Yeah.
You're originally from the U.S.?
Originally, I was born in California, but after 3 months, we moved to Hong Kong. And then a few years there, moved to Malaysia, then to Bangkok. And then 14 years.
Wow, that's really exciting. Well, back to volleyball here real quick. Tell us something that's changed in volleyball or something interesting that's happened in volleyball in the last 20 years or so.
Spandex have gotten longer. Not that much longer. No. Well, I mean, before it used to be like way up on crotch area, but nah. It's gotten longer, so it's better.
Alright, so now it's like longer underwear.
Yes.
Okay.
Long underwear.
Okay. Well, it's not long.
No.
Alright. Have anything you want to know about PioStream or anything you want to shout out to the viewers?
Sure. I love my volleyball team, and I'm excited for the next interview to see who's up there next. Yeah.
Sweet. That's a wrap for us here at PioStream, and like I said, Kat Mylan, she's around campus, she's a math tutor, she needs to make those dollar bills, so please hit her up if you guys need help in the math department, or she's also a computer science major.
No,
Minor, my apologies.
I don't know yet. Maybe.
Possibly
Maybe.
computer science major.
We'll see.
Alright. Well, if you need a math tutor, you got Kat Mylan, and we're getting ready for the basketball season, so let's go Pios!
I think she was just trying not to embarrass you on the court.
Whoa! Not so fast there. Have you seen this guy play volleyball?
No.
Well, neither have I. Regardless.
Well, now we move on to our interview with Coach Lori Jepson. Welcome to PioStream Recap. We're here with Coach Lori Jepson for the women's volleyball team. Hi Lori, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Good, glad to hear that. So, why did you become a coach?
Well, I think it was just kind of in my blood. Since I was like age 7, I played as many sports and did as many things actively as I could. As I moved further on in my college career, got really into volleyball. And it was kind of like the next progression after you finish playing. What did I love to do the most is being involved in athletics, and volleyball is just, it's an amazing sport. It's fast, it's quick, and you know, the volleyball community is just really tight-knit, and so I kind of like that as well. So that's how I kind of got into it.
Did you play volleyball when you were younger?
I started playing volleyball in high school. I also was a swimmer, basketball player, you know, played water polo, did softball, kind of did everything. And then kind of focused in, and I was fortunate enough to be one of the first people to receive a scholarship to USC, a female athlete scholarship to USC. Played at USC, we won a national championship in my final year there. And then started into coaching and just have never looked back, just love it.
Wow. So how did you end up here at Lewis and Clark?
I had been in Southern California at Pasadena City College for 20 years, and kind of wanted to get out of the rat race of Southern California. And I kind of was looking around in the Portland area, had some family up here, and saw that this job was open. And quite frankly, they were really bad. I mean, they were at the bottom of the barrel. And I looked at that as kind of a neat challenge. And I'm always looking for more challenges in my life. And I thought, you know, go to a beautiful college in a neat area and try and turn around the program. Academics is extremely important to me. I've always stressed that wherever I've been, you know, these kids are here for academics and for whatever their other passions are. And so the strengths of this college really intrigued me. And so, here I am, and I was very fortunate to get the job, and I've loved every minute of it.
And we're very fortunate to have you. How
Thank
do you
you.
feel about the overall season this year?
Probably one of the most disappointing seasons I've ever encountered. You know, I think we have a lot of pieces. Unfortunately, this year, from day one, it seemed like we started the season, our number one setter couldn't play because of shoulder surgery she was getting over. And the injuries just went from there. Starting middle blocker went down 2 plays into the season. Our top outside hitter hurt her ankle when we were playing in New York, and she lost 10 days. And you don't lose just the matches, you lose the practice time, and you lose the time working with your teammates. And so we just never had everybody on the court, hardly ever, for the whole season. Volleyball's such a game of flow. It's such a game of momentum and really being able to play together. And I think it hurt us. No excuses, we needed to be better, and the girls know that they needed to be better. But, you know, it was kind of a snowball effect. Once something happened, and would just roll down the hill. It was not the season any of us want. The coaching staff didn't want it. We're not happy about it. We're working very hard this off season to, you know, bring more players in and to figure out what went wrong and to address those issues. You know, I'm hoping that next year will look a lot different than this year.
Yeah, definitely injuries make it difficult on a team as a whole. And
Yeah.
you discussed recruiting. How was the recruiting class this year?
Well, our incoming freshmen that we brought in that played this year for us, I thought did a really nice job. We did not expect them to come in and play as much as they had to, but you know, they came in and did a really nice job. We had 2 defensive players, Erin Winstead and Daniela DeCurver, who did great. They really stepped it up. Daniela especially really, she looked like she wasn't a freshman out there. So I was really pleased with that. Lexi Provost Sheehan, she was really helpful in the beginning, then she went down with the season-ending injury as well. And then Allie Carlton, coming in from Colorado as an outside hitter, she came into our program with already just coming off knee surgery, so she missed about the first month of the season. So it was just, that's a prevailing theme here, the injury thing. But I like our young kids, and I think that they're a good foundation for moving forward. I like our sophomore class too, and I think that as sophomores and juniors themselves next year, they're really going to contribute a lot.
That's good. I heard we were talking before our interview about you going out and recruiting. How is next year's recruits looking?
Well, we have a long list. We, you know, we're looking for strength in certain areas. You know, obviously setting is going to be something that we need to look at. I think, you know, replacing an outside hitter, because we lose one of our senior outside hitters, Jen Dowdy. Defensively is always something that we're looking for. We're just looking at quality student athletes to come in and continue to move this program forward and not take any more steps back. Right now, it's looking really good. My assistant coaches are working really hard. I'm working really hard because, you know, recruiting is the lifeblood of any program. So we got to get out there and get it done.
It's all about the future.
Yeah, exactly.
So speaking of the future, what is your plans for success for the next couple years?
Well, like it always is. Focus on the positives, bring in quality people, as well as strong student athletes. I think, you know, obviously we need to work harder as a coaching staff, whatever that's going to take, and we'll have meetings about that. I think the players need to be a little more disciplined and hopefully stronger. And you know, we want to compete with the best. That's why I came here. We had moved up the last 5 years. This last year, you know, was not indicative of where this program has been and has risen to. You know, we finished as high as 3rd a couple of years ago. We feel we can be there again, and we will be there again. And, you know, we're just determined to do everything possible to get there.
Well, the best of luck with the program, and I thank you so much for coming in and having
Thank you
an
very
interview.
much. Thank you.
And back to the studio.
We would like to give one last farewell to the volleyball team's departing seniors, Jen Dowdy, Elena Hoff, Leia Matsunaga, and Sarah Sandholz. May they rest in peace. I'm sorry, not rest in peace. May they have the best of luck with whatever awaits them after Lewis and Clark College.
Coming up for you next, we have soccer.
Soccer. Do we have some soccer statisticians for you today?
I think the soccer stats are
They are so convincing today.
Alright, you guys
They
ready?
are super awesome.
super.